Hi everybody, my name is Sean Ridgway, aka the Useless Talent Guy, and today we're going to be going over a super simple self-working card trick. So a deck of cards is borrowed, it can be shuffled, any 8 cards are dealt sight unseen, and from here they just think of any card. Okay, and from here I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Question 1, do you see your card in this stack right here? Yes. Okay. Second question. See, it's like the 21 card trick, but good. Same deal. Do you see your card up there? No. All right. And last question. I'll give you 3 guesses what it's going to be. Do you see your card up here? Perfect. Now at this point, with their deck shuffled, I haven't even looked at these cards. I can now tell you that you're thinking of the 2 of diamonds. So you've seen the performance, but before we break this down, in case you don't know, I try to do weekly uploads. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to hit that little notification bell so that you can be alerted whenever I upload. So this is a super easy self-working trick that I came up with while playing with the 21 card trick when I was still a teacher, and I was doing the Magic Club after school, and I was having to think of simple tricks that I could teach the kids that they could do, even if they had no, formal training up to this point, or having messed with any cards. And this is one of the things I came up with many, many years ago, and it was also featured on the Days project. I believe it was day 229. It's called 8-Bit, because it only uses 8 cards. So with all that out of the way, let's break this down. So all you need for this trick, borrowed shuffled deck. They remove any 8 cards. You do not have to see what these cards are at any time. Fan them out so that they can see all of them, and they just think of one. They don't have to point to it, they don't have to do anything. They just think of any one of these cards. So for our case, let's just say they're thinking of the King of Hearts. You're gonna do the same thing 2 times, and on the 3rd time, it's gonna be different. So just bear with me. You're gonna up jog every second card. So you're basically doing an anti-pharaoh for all the card guys out there. This first card is gonna get pushed over exactly the way it is. But this second card is going to be up jogged, which means move that whole packet forward towards your spectators, push that one over, and grip it from underneath. From here, you're going to bring it back, deal normal, come up, and back, and you're going to alternate. So at this point, your position check should be the bottommost card. There should be four cards up jogged towards the spectator. The top card should be closest to you. The bottom card should be up jogged towards them. I'll do that one more time. You're just gonna up jog. And it may feel weird if you're first starting out, but practice for a little bit and it'll come pretty simple to you, I promise. From here, you're going to spread these 4 cards and you're just gonna ask them if they see it in this spread. If they say yes, you are going to strip these out and put them on top of the pile. An easy way to remember that is you think yes because you come out on top. If yes is positive, you come out on top. So if you hear yes, you're going to strip these out and put them on top of the deck. Likewise, if they say no, I'll give you 3 guesses. You're going to strip this out and put it underneath the deck. I'll show you. So in this case, they say yes because the King of Hearts is there. So we strip those out and we put it on top. So now we do that exact same thing again, up jog every second card, and we ask them the same question, and same rules apply. If they say yes, goes to the top. If they say no, goes to the bottom. In this case, it's another yes. So I strip these out, put it on top. Now for the 3rd and final time, this is when it gets a little different. For the 3rd time, it's going to be the opposite of what it's been being. So the first 2 times, yes was on top, no was on bottom. For the 3rd time, it's going to be the opposite. If they say yes, those cards are going to be going to the bottom. And if they say no, they're going to be going to the top. So the last time, you ask them if they see their card. In this case, it's a no. So since they say no, you're going to strip these out and put it on top. That leaves you in an interesting position, because their card that they just freely thought of is going to be 5th from the top or 4th from the bottom, depending on how you look at it. So in our case, it's going to be right here. This is going to be the King of Hearts. Not entirely sure why that works. Then again, I also don't know why the 21 card trick works. But some things is better off just accepting and moving on. So this card right here is going to be the King of Hearts. I know that because math. So we'll do that sequence again. This time we'll say 4 of clubs. So we're going to pretend that the 4 of clubs is their card. You go through, up jog these. Do you see your card? They say no. So we strip these out, put it underneath. We do that again. And you see how much faster this is than the 21 card trick? Instead of 3 piles of 7, with any 8 cards, 3 questions, you're done. From here, in this case they say yes, so we take these out, put it on top. Now for the final question, we're going to do the opposite. So do you see them up here? And they say no, which means these are going to the top. And once again, you can see that right here, 4th from the bottom, 5th from the top, there's that card. So now the final point, how do we reveal that? Once we know the location of the card, how do we, have the magic moment? And I'm going to teach you a couple different ways of doing this. First off, if you have a borrowed shuffle deck, you genuinely don't look at these cards, so you have no idea what 8 cards are even in your hand. So let's say, in our case, we're sticking with the 4 of clubs. This is what you do, and it could not be easier. You spread, and there's a technique called lying. And what you're going to do is you're going to split at the 4 and 4 mark. So you've got 4 cards in one hand, 4 cards in the other hand. Now, as you say, keep in mind that you shuffled up these cards, and I haven't even looked at the faces. As you say those words, you are going to brazenly look at the faces. Terribly clever. But if done with conviction, you will never catch it. Case in point. So keep in mind, you shuffle these cards, I haven't even looked at the faces. Do you see how much that just flew right under the radar? So I have now gotten my glimpse, because when you turn your cards over like this, all you're doing is trying to clock this card right here. And it's just a super quick done. I now know their card's 4 of clubs. From here, these can go away, and I can reveal that however I want. If you're performing for magicians and you really want to fry them, you can do this same trick, but you never look at the faces, because you can use a marked deck. So all you would do, with your head turned, just with a slight glance, keep in mind, I haven't even looked at these cards. I can now read the back of the mark if I were using marked cards. So that was 8-bit. I hope you liked it. It's just a fun, quick little trick that you can do. Put in a couple minutes of practice and you'll have it. I encourage you to actually follow along with the video if you're newer to cards. Again, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, because I do those weekly uploads, and I will see you in the next one.